Welcome to the 9th video in the Simblee for Mobile tutorial series. In this video we are going to highlight the UI elements of the button and the switch. So let's jump right in. To draw a button on our screen, the function is draw button. Let's copy that, we'll need it again. And like everything, we need to pass in an origin point. And then after the origin, the next argument that you're going to put in there is a width for your button. And then after that, you give it the text that you want your button to display. So we will call this one the easy button. So that'll give us just a plain button. It says easy, roughly in the middle of the screen, 120 units wide. The next thing that we can put into our button is we need some more origin points. We'll give the same width. We'll call this one the hard button, but this time we will add color to it. Let's give it a red. Red is hard. It's supposed to be hard or something. Maybe black, like black diamond. So that's the next parameter you can throw into a button. And the last parameter that you can give a button is which type of button you want it to be. And what do I mean by that? A button can be either a box type or a text type. And a box type is kind of what I would say a traditional button looks like. It's got a little box that holds text in it that says, you know, this is your button text. The text type of button has no box around it. It's not framed. It's just words on your screen that you can click just like a button. So we'll call this, we'll give this one text type. That'll be the name of the button that is shown on the screen. We'll give it maybe, what color should we give this one? Magenta for fun. And then here is where we have to specify text type. And you have to, that all uppercase with the underscore between. It's a, it's a constant, it's a macro, so it needs to be spelled just like that, text type. So now we're going to have 3 buttons on our screen with color, or just the default one first that says easy. The second one's going to say hard, and it's going to be red with the color passed into it. And then the last one is going to not have a box around it. It's going to say text type, it should be magenta. And those will be our 3 buttons. And buttons have a transparent background. So whatever color your screen is, it's going to show through your button. And to demonstrate this, we could leave it with white, but it'd be maybe a little bit easier to prove that the color is changing behind the button if we give it like a light gray. So the buttons will have this light gray behind them, which is the same as the background of your screen. So let's upload that and show you. Let's connect. And there we go. We've got 3 buttons here. So the top one is default. It's got a box around it. It's blue. It's the default color. When you click it, it's a button, so it changes a little. It's hard to see because my finger's in the way. But it is changing its color just a little bit when you click it. The next one, exact same except we passed color into it, red. And then the bottom one is the text type button, and it's magenta, as you can see, and it behaves just like a button, it just doesn't have this box around it. It is the same width. We specified all of these buttons to be 120 units wide, so even though the text doesn't run the full 120 units wide, if you were to, it essentially gets centered in that way, because it's centered inside the button layout. And the button layout is from here to here. And to prove that they are indeed transparent, we've got the gray background showing through the buttons. Alright, so we're going to move on to adding switches to our user interface. To add a switch to our UI, it's Simblee for Mobile, draw switch. We'll just continue with the origin points being lined up on the left side there. Switches only have a few arguments. The default is just that. It's just an origin. and that is all you get. That's the default setting for a switch. The only other argument you can throw in there is color. Shouldn't surprise us yet. So we can, the default is a green switch. It looks just like the iOS switch in the settings menu or something along those lines. So we can throw in like a red. Or actually, let's do white, because I think it's kind of interesting how that looks. And we'll do another one that, just for the sake of more colors, we'll call this one cyan. So that's a switch in its entirety. You'll see this in the UI here. Let's upload it and take a look. Whoopsie, made a mistake here. Just a typographical one. I'm trying to call a button back up and it's not working. So let's upload that. Connect. Okay, so here are our buttons down below our switches down below the buttons. So the first one is the default. When we turn it on, it's green. When we turn it off, it's transparent. Second one is white. So when we turn it on, it's white. Turn it off, it's transparent, and the outer rim of it is white as well. And then the last one is cyan. On, off. So this definitely looks like, you know, the iPhone switches that you use in the settings menu, or, you know, various other apps that use the same look. And those are the colors, you know, some of the colors you can pass into it. Alright, so that's it for buttons and switches. The next thing that we're going to talk about are segments and sliders. So thanks a lot, and I'll see you soon.